I'm still here, letting the room slow down. Still keeping time with my own small sound. Yeah. Open mid-thought, as though continuing a sentence, I catch myself humming low. Not trying to finish every feeling, just letting the melody go. The table holds my tea in a notebook that never asks for much. While shadows lengthen across the wood, I follow them with the featherlight touch. One hand near my chest, one near my temple, like I'm tuning a private band. And every small breath lands easy, like it already knows the plan. I lean into the corner where the window keeps its quiet line. Let the day turn gentle at the edges, let it take its time. No need to prove a thing right now, no need to sing it loud. I can let the rhythm borrow me and carry me through the clouds. So I keep swaying, like the room is humming back, with the late afternoon shadows stretching long along the track. I keep swaying, in the margin of the beat, where the air stays soft and open and the floor is under my feet. And if the words come loose, I let them. If the thought runs thin, I don't mind. I keep swaying, let the moment leave a line. Yeah, but a little rival's bass smiles underneath. Brushes whisper guitar answers in relief. A little vibraphone like glass on the edge of sound. Nothing asks me to stand up, nothing pulls me down. I watch the light go smaller on the table as the hour leans west. A cup, bring a fold, a receipt, and the beat inside my chest. The room feels like a radio tuned to a frequency of peace. Just enough groove to keep me moving, just enough hush to ease. My shoulders loosen like a curtain after the afternoon's first breeze. And the tune I've been half keeping finds its shape between the keys. I'm not lost in the quiet, I'm learning how to stay, how to hold a little spark of motion and let it gently play. So I keep swaying, like the room is humming back, with the late afternoon shadows stretching long along the track. I keep swaying, in the margin of the beat, where the air stays soft and open and the floor is under my feet. And if the words come loose, I let them. If the thought runs thin, I don't mind. I keep swaying, let the moment leave a line. Yeah, I keep swaying, I keep swaying. Yeah, I keep swaying, hands relaxed, voice low, heart steady and kind. The shadows on the table thin, but the groove stays on my side. Open it thought, and I'm alright. I keep swaying, till the last phrase fades into light. Open on a small physical action, I lift my hands and let them rest by my collarbone, by the little beat that keeps me feeling less alone. I lean into the edge of the afternoon, where the curtains move like breath, and the room keeps humming softly like it knows I'm not on my own. Steam from the cup makes a silver ribbon, turning slow above the rim. I watch it curl and wander, and I match it with a quiet hum. Nothing here is asking anything, no need to rush, no need to prove. Just a hush between my heartbeat and the song I'm drifting through. If I close my eyes, the corners soften, every line comes back to tune. My shoulders drop, my fingers tap a tiny answer to the room. I can feel the the bass like a calm round circle under where I stand. And the whole day loosens gently when I let it through my hands. It's almost a prayer, almost a plan, almost a stay, almost a stand. I'm half in the moment, half in the air, swaying with nothing but a little care. It's almost a call, almost a yes, almost a hush that I can't quite guess. But I know this groove, I know this part. It lands in my chest and it lights up my heart. Almost, I guess. Almost, I guess. That's enough for now. That's enough, I guess. Coffee steam rising, no hurry, no chase. Just that small white ribbon in the window space. I tilt my head and let the muted guitar stitch a thread of silver time. Each little offbeat landing like a footstep from a friend of mine. The vibraphone is barely there, a shimmer on the edge of sound, like a spoon against the porcelain, like a secret being found. I got my hands up near my face, not in defense, just keeping time. From the knuckle breath, the rhythm, making little lines that rhyme outside the day can keep its questions I'm not answering today. I've got a radio inside me and it's learning how to play. If I close my eyes, the room grows kind. Every worry turns to mist. The pulse stays low and friendly, like a song you almost missed. I can feel the bass hold steady while the ceiling drifts away, and my name becomes a softer thing when I let the music sway. It's almost a prayer, almost a plan, almost a stay, almost a stand. I'm half in the moment, half in the air, swaying with nothing but a little care. It's almost a call, almost a yes, almost a hush that I can't quite guess. But I know this groove, I know this part. It lands in my chest and it lights up my heart. Almost, I guess. Almost, I guess. That's enough for now. That's enough, I guess. Almost. Steam fades upward, bass keeps low. Curtains breathing, I let go. Almost, I guess. Almost, I guess. Soft and steady, nothing less. Almost, then gone, then still again. Just this little song and the comfort in it. Almost, I guess. Almost, I guess. I lean into the hush and let the room keep time. My shoulders loose, my breathing soft, my thoughts in a line. The left side window holds a blur of passing shade, and I just ride the little pulse the afternoon has made. I came here with the headphones and a half-finished day. Let the city fade to texture while the meter found its way. My hands rise near my collar like they know the next refrain, and I hum through the quiet steady as a window pane. The cinnamon in the hall and the kitchen's doing fine, with the loaf on the counter like it hurt, the same design. I keep my eyes closed, gently let the corners melt and slide, while the brush drums tap the secret that I'm happy to confide. It's nothing big, just breathing with the bass line at my feet. Just a private little broadcast on a frequency of ease. And if the minutes lean, I let them lean. If the edges soften, I stay clean. No need to reach, no need to race. I find my center in this place. I'm humming to the moment, letting it unspool. A small room signal, simple, cool. Cinnamon drifting in from the kitchen air. I sing like no one's waiting there. I'm humming to the moment, soft and slightly bright. A private little station, tune just right. Hands lifted high, head tipped slow. I follow where the easy pulses go. Let it roll. Steady in my bones. Steady in my bones. Clever the spark and the brush stroke sway. Keep the afternoon from slipping away. Now the bread begins to speak in a low and toasty tone, and the whole room leans toward it like a radio of its own. I can almost taste the butter in the corners of the beat, a soft familiar richness that makes ordinary sweet. My left hand traces circles in the air beside my face, while the right one marks the backbeat in a quieter embrace. There's a lazy kind of shimmer in the Rhodes across the floor, and a guitar keeps its dimples pressed against the open door. I'm not trying to explain it, I just let the feeling stay, like a note held on the tongue when there's nothing left to say. Every little layer widens, then settles back again, and I like the way it loosens what was tight inside my skin. I'm humming to the moment, letting it unspool. A small room signal, simple, cool, with cinnamon drifting in from the kitchen air. I sing like no one's waiting there. I'm humming to the moment, soft and slightly bright. A private little station tune just right. Hands lifted high, head tipped slow. I follow where the easy pulses go. Fewer layers now, but the groove still blows. Just bass and brush and the breath that knows. I keep on humming low and near, and the last soft chord leaves me clear. The bread comes warm, the day stays kind. I open my eyes and still feel aligned. I'm here, I'm here. Held by the hush and the afterglow here. Soft shaker in the room, breath close to the mic. The day leans easy, and I let it. Open with the question, is it me or the air that sways? I catch my name in the corner of the glass and let it fade. With my headphones on, I'm half in the room, half in the hum. Hands lifted near my chest like I'm keeping time with the sun. No big plan, just a quiet tilt of the head. A small private radio where the next note gets said. The city outside keeps moving in strips and lines, but in here, every little ripple takes its time. And I don't need to reach too far when the pulse is already where we are. A little closer, a little less weight. I can feel the beat settle and stay. You and the drift, that's all I need. A pocket of sound in a room that breathes. We float right here, no hurry, no line. Just the softest groove in the passing skyline. You and the drift, let it glide on through. I hum along low and the corners do too. No need to chase what the moment gives. It's enough to be you in the drift. Shaker whispering, bass sliding under, glass catching little pieces of the neighborhood. Now the buildings on the block look like they're learning to sway. Tiny mirrored versions of the afternoon playing. A bus goes by, then it slips out of frame, leaving one thin rhythm and the rest of the same. I close my eyes and the room turns soft at the edges. My hands make small circles, easy and measure. The guitar draws smoke without ever getting loud, and the road sits back like it knows how. Every reflection keeps a secret of its own. A silver sleeve, a passing face, a window tone. I sing right into it, low and unhurried, like the glass might answer if I let it carry. And I don't need to reach too far when the pulse is already where we are. A little closer, a little less weight. I can feel the beat settle and stay. You and the drift, that's all I need. A pocket of sound in a room that breathes. We float right here, no hurry, no line. Just the softest groove in the passing skyline. You and the drift, let it glide on through. I hum along low and the corners do too. No need to chase what the moment gives. It's enough to be you. Through the end of the night, I'm still here, still humming through. You and the drift, and the drift is you. let the last chord lift and leave me with the breath of it, you and the truth. I'm not chasing every sign, I'm letting it arrive. The room can keep its little noise, I'll keep my softer side. I said I stay in touch today, but that was only talk. With your hush around my shoulders in the city on the clock, I'm by the glass with my hands half raised, like I might catch a tune while the afternoon folds neatly up and settles in the room. There's a paperback left open where the pages learn to bend, and I like the way your quiet thing can feel like it intends to say you don't have to hurry, you don't have to prove a thing. So I hum along in fragments like a thread pulled from a wing. Every little turn of paper, every coat laid on a chair feels like someone moving gently through the softest air. And my pulse keeps time so lightly, just a step behind the beat, like a neighborhood of footsteps passing down the street. It's those quiet margins, the spaces between the lines, where I find my balance, where the steady feeling shines. Not a shout, not a signal, just a sway I recognize. A private little radio playing under my eyes. It's those quiet margins where the whole day starts to bloom, when I lean into the rhythm and the room leans back too. Every page turn, every soft return, every small reprise keeps me floating in the margins with my own reply. Let it turn. Let it turn. Now the hook of the melody is stitched into my breath, and I'm smiling at the habit of the slow and easy steps. There's a neighbor in the hallway, there's a bicycle below, there's a kettle somewhere singing low, like it already knows that this is how I keep myself not hidden, just unforced, with the corners of my worries loosened at the source. I don't need a brighter answer or a louder kind of light, just a vibraphone remembering the shape of my night. No, the shape of my afternoon, with its measured little lift, and the brush drums dusting softly every tiny drift. It's those quiet margins, the spaces between the lines, where I find my balance, where the steady feeling shines. Not a shout, not a signal, just a sway I recognize. A private little radio playing under my eyes. It's those quiet margins where the whole day starts to bloom, when I lean into the rhythm and the room leans back too. Every page turn, every soft return, every small reprise keeps me floating in the margins with my own reply. So I'll keep this little cadence, let it wander, let it rest. Bookshop pages in the background, heartbeat nested in my chest. If the world comes asking later, I'll be ready, maybe then. But for now I'm just a shoreline where the quiet comes in. I'm here, still here, and the margins hold me gently as I disappear and reappear. Can hear it first as the room settles itself. A soft little answer in the glass. A neighbor pipe, a chair leg, the hush between the page and the past. And I let it fold around me like a sweater with a frayed soft seam. With my eyes half shut, I'm catching the drift of a honey day in a dream. Open on the sound, the room is making a low hum under the sill. The curtains move like they know my name, then they hold, then they're still. I got both hands near my collarbone, thumbs tapping out a private code, while the left side window keeps the city in a slow and easy mode. There's a glassy breath on the corner of the pane, a trace of the noon that stayed. Not bright enough to call itself a shout, just enough to make me sway. And the mug on the table cool does its little warm orbit steam gone thin? I'm not chasing any bigger moment, I just let the small things in. If the day keeps time, it can use my shoulder. If the air leans close, I lean a little older. But not by much, no, not by much. Just enough to keep the rhythm in touch. This is my same old hum, my private station, running soft through the afternoon. Close my eyes and the whole room hums back to me like it's known the tune. Same old hum, same old comfort, same small swing in the wire and the wood. I don't need to say a lot to feel alright when the pulse is this good. Honey-colored morning lingering past noon, it clings to the edge of the frame. Not morning anymore, not quite evening yet, but I like that it forgot its name. I roll my shoulders once and twice, as if tuning the radio by touch. And the chord inside my chest keeps landing on a shelf I trust. There's a tiny bounce in the kick drum, and the brush strokes slide on snare, like somebody in the next room is saying, stay right there. So I do, with my breath and even pieces, with my forehead soft and bare, with the left hand sketching circles in the air like I'm signing my own repair. This is my same old hum, my private station, running soft through the afternoon. Close my eyes and the whole room hums back to me like it's known the tune. Same old hum, same old comfort, same small swing in the wire and the wood. I don't need to say a lot to feel alright when the pulse is this good. Let it play, let it stay, let the edges blur and land. I can keep this little weather in the palm of my hand. Same old hum, and the room goes easy. Same old hum, and I'm right where I should. Close my eyes, take one more breath and leave it there. Right on the floor, groove in the air, feeling good. A soft knock in the fibers, a thread of air at the sleeve. I lean into the hush where the small details breathe. The room keeps its edges, the morning's still near, but something in the corner starts changing gear. Open on texture or temperature rather than color. There's a slow little shimmer running under the cover. I press my headphones close, let the outside fade, and hum through the static that the day has made. My hands rise easy, near my heart, near my face, like I'm tracing the outline of a favorite place. The glass to my left holds a quiet backbeat, a side of the city with the shoes off in the heat. I follow that line where the breath gets light, where the room stays bright and the hour stays soft. Every small sound turns into a friend, and the song I'm inventing just keeps me in. Just let it roll, let it settle slow. No need to chase what already knows. If the afternoon leans, I lean too, while the tune in my chest learns what to do. I'm halfway out, halfway in, humming along where the edges begin. The evening starts, but I don't leave. I keep the day on a long soft sleeve. Guitar says yes, Rhodes says stay, passing the feeling back in the way. I close my eyes and the whole room turns into a little radio that hums and burns. Now the late light arrives without asking to stay, but it doesn't undo what is already underway. I can hear the next hour under the floor, like a train in the distance, nothing more. My pulse keeps time with the brushed up drum and the shaker gives a sign that the quiet won't come numb. I sway just enough to keep it alive, like a plant on a sill that remembers to strive. There's a private station in the bend of the chord where the melody answers what I can't quite afford. So I mouth every line with a patient grin and let the room keep room for the tune within. I'm halfway out, halfway in, humming along where the edges begin. The evening starts, but I don't leave. I keep the day on a long soft sleep. Guitar says yes, Rhodes says stay, passing the feeling back and away. I close my eyes and the whole room turns into a little radio that hums and burns. Let it taper, let it rest with the last small ripple laid in my chest. The room stays bright, the night can wait. I got one more hum to carry me straight. Guitar goes thin, Rhodes drifts wide, and I end in the pocket where the two sounds high, still and warm and not quite done. I keep the thread as the next note comes. Hands lift slow, like I'm tuning in. Let the room lean back, let the day begin. By the left side glass where the edges blur, I keep my little promise soft and sure. Open on hands doing something and I let them rest. Fingertips tracing the rhythm under my chest. Chair legs keep a little secret on the floor. I hum to the corners, then I hum once more. The last warm light resting on empty chairs feels like a note that lingers floating in the air. I wear my quiet like a favorite coat, and every breath I take becomes a floating note. If the world gets loud, I don't need to fight it. I can fold it down, I can dim and ride it. One small sway and the edges align. My pulse says stay, and I answer in time. I'll keep time for the easy hours. I'll keep time where the soft wind powers. It'll hum a little, drift a little, shine. I'll keep time, I'll keep time. When the room turns low and the day goes by, I'll still be here with the steady side. Nothing to prove, nothing to climb. I'll keep time, I'll keep time. Griffin answers, silver and thin. Rhodes breathes out, then pulls me in. Hands at my chest, hands at my sides. I let the small groove move and glide. There's a cup on the table with the rim of steam, and the quiet reflection that looks like a dream. I don't chase a reason, I don't need a sign. I just let the melody draw a clean line. Empty chairs hold the shape of a pause, like the room itself is giving applause. I tilt my head, let the pocket talk, count the little moments with a half-step walk. I'll keep time for the easy hours. I'll keep time where the soft wind powers. It'll hum a little, drift a little, shine. I'll keep time, I'll keep time. When the room turns low and the day goes by, I'll still be here with the steady side. Nothing to prove, nothing to climb. I'll keep time. I'll keep time. So if you hear me from the other room, it's just this vow in a velvet bloom. Hands relax and the edges unwind. I keep the time and the time keeps kind. I'll keep time. I'll keep time. I'll keep time. I'll keep time. Softly now I'm right on the line. I'll keep time. I'll keep time. I'll keep time. I let the page go still. The room keeps breathing softly. By the glass, I rest my hands, like I'm waiting on a song to find me. Open on something that is just finished, a sentence still humming in the air. My shoulders loose their little fist of tension. My thoughts unpin and settle there. I'm tracing circles with my thumbs in silence, counting the swing inside the chair. The day can keep its errands at the door. I'm not going anywhere. There's a bookmark waiting in the half-finished chapter, leaning where I left it by the lamp, but knows I'll come back when the feeling is ready, when the edges soften and the lines expand. I don't need a reason to keep on drifting, just a small current in my hands, and the window keeps the city at a distance, like it understands. So I breathe in slow, let the corners loose, and let the quiet take its shape. If the world is a little too loud today, I can meet it at my own pace. This is plain easy, plain and simple, plain and easy. A little sway in the body, a little shine in the mind. This is plain easy, no need to dress it up or tease me. Just a steady little rhythm and a soft place to land for a while. I can hum it, I can hold it, I can let it roll through me, like a tide that knows my name. This is plain ease, and it feels just right tonight. Now the bookmark in my half-finished chapter looks like it's smiling at the spine. I got a small parade of gentle answers moving slow in the back of my mind. No need to solve the whole wide weather, no need to map the miles ahead. I can linger in the hush between the measures of where the tender things get said. One hand near my chest, one hand near my temple, like I'm tuning into my own frame. The room becomes a private little station with a patient voice inside the grain, and every tiny pause is part of the pattern. Every exhale making room again. I let the rhythm do what it does best, make the simple feel like friend. This is plain easy, plain and simple, plain and easy. A little sway in the body, a little shine in the mind. This is plain easy, no need to dress it up or tease me. Just a steady little rhythm and a soft place to land for a while. I can hum it, I can hold it, I can let it roll through me, like a tide that knows my name. This is plain ease, and it feels just right tonight. A bookmark waiting in a half-finished chapter. I'll let it rest until I'm ready. The page can wait, the beat can stay. My breath is calm and steady. Plain ease, softly moving through me. Plain ease, that's the shape of how I'll be. I close my eyes, I keep the sway, and let the last chord find me. Just plain ease, quietly and freely. I let them keep breathing while the city leans away. Soft shoes on, soft shoes on the floorboards. Nothing asking me to stay. The curtain does its drifting. The window keeps its frame. And every little passing sound comes back to me the same. Yeah. Open, no movement, passing by outside. A bicycle hum, a paper bag ride. I fold my shoulders, let the day come through, with your note in the margin where the receipts are glued. It's tucked by the corner like it knew my name, A little crooked secret in a pocket of change. I read it without chasing every line too far. Just the kind of small reply that remembers where you are. Hands up near my chest, I keep the groove in place. Head tip to the left side, letting time set pace. The room is a quiet booth with a river of glass, and I let each passing shadow slide on past. If I hum along, it doesn't need to be loud, just enough to lift the edges off the crowd. A breath, a glance, the corner of a smile, then I drift a little deeper for a while. Was it you who left that note beside the receipt? Was it meant for later, or was it meant for me? I keep it in the rhythm, where the soft drums meet, and my heart answers lightly in a sideways sway. Was it you who left that note beside the receipt? Just a little sign to keep my afternoon sweet. I don't need the whole map, I can follow the beat with my eyes half closed and my thoughts at ease. Drums stay dusty, 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 dum. I turn the paper over, find a smudge in the crease, like somebody folded up a sentence into piece. Maybe it was nothing, maybe it was a sign, but the smallest things can hold a tender line. The glass in my side keeps the daylight in view, with the soft filter shimmer and the pale sky blue. I breathe with the measure, let the pocket stay near, and the note becomes a lantern without trying to be clear. If the world keeps calling, I don't have to race, I can answer in the language of a slow backbeat place. Your handwriting leans there, easy as a cue, and I hum a little answer like I'm sending one to you. Was it you who left that note beside the receipt? Was it meant for later, or was it meant for me? I keep it in the rhythm, where the soft drums meet, and my heart answers lightly in a sideways sway. Was it you who left that note beside the receipt? Just a little sign to keep my afternoon sweet. I don't need the whole map, I can follow the beat with my eyes half closed and my thoughts at ease. So I leave the note where the calm things live. Let the groove do the holding and the room do the give. If the answer comes later, it can take its time. I'm already here in this easy rhyme. Was it you? Maybe so. Either way, I know the way to go. I keep humming, I keep still, with the little paper glowing by the windowsill. Keep it easy, let it sway, let it stay. Open with the short imperative, lean back and let the small things pass. The city hums through a veil of glass. My pulse is a thread, not a blaze, not a race, just a little soft meter in this breathing space. Linen curtains learning how to move, with every hush they find their groove. I trace the edge of a lazy refrain, then let it fold right back again. Hands up near my heart, I ride the line, a private station tuned to your sign. No need to chase what already knows how a quiet room can make me glow. And the edges blur, but the feeling stays in the easy curl of the afternoon haze. I count the taps, I let them land like little stones in an open hand. It's quiet ties, but I'm still in motion, a slow parade with the soft devotion. Side by side with the air I breathe, I drift, but I never leave. Quiet ties with a steady motion, no big waves, just a patient ocean. Close my eyes and the world unwinds. I'm right here in the undertow of time. Let the brush near talk low, let the tender backbeat roll. The window keeps a silver edge of sound, where every small idea comes spinning round. I hear the kettle, the distant door, but they all turn into texture once more. The bass arrives like a second step, not loud, just deep in the pocket kept. It blooms at the center, then settles in like a secret smile under the skin. And the curtains breathe with a gentle pull, as if the room itself is musical. I hum a line that bends and lands with both my elbows and both my hands. There's nothing to fix, nothing to prove, only the easy drift of the groove. Is quiet ties, but I'm still in motion, a slow parade with the soft devotion. Side by side with the air I breathe, I drift, but I never leave. Quiet ties with the steady motion, no big waves, just a patient ocean. Close my eyes and the world unwinds. I'm right here in the undertow of time. Keep it gentle, let it ride. Curtains breathe in rhythm easy. I'm at home inside the tide. Quiet tides, quiet tides. And I fade with the groove, not away, just wide. Keep it easy, keep it kind. Close my eyes, hear the room sing back, and I'm fine, I'm fine. I let the afternoon settle on my shoulders, and the room keeps time with my breath. I'm by the glass again, not asking for much, just enough sway to feel like myself. Open with the plain statement of what today is. I'm on the edge of the day, soft and unhurried. Headphones on, eyes closed, letting the murmur turn into something I can hold. My hands rise slow near my heart, then drift higher, like I'm tracing the shape of a chorus in the air. Outside the street stays busy in a distant language, but here I only need the pulse and the chair. The window keeps a little weather in its reflection, a pale apricot shimmer on the pane. And every small sound in the room comes forward, easier than before, like it knows my name. No need to push it, no need to prove it, I can let the groove come find me here. A little tilt in the bass, a brush on the snare, and the edges of the day go clear. I'm just drifting, still drifting, with the private radio in my head. If I hum it, I can keep it floating where the soft lines thread. I'm just drifting, still drifting, slow swing in my hands, a quiet lift by the glass. I let it linger, let the whole afternoon shift. Yeah, dinner rings like a small good answer. Bass walks gentle, then falls back in. A shaker taps out a narrow ribbon, and I breathe right into the skin. Now the second tune leans in a little closer, not louder, just sure of the pocket it makes. I tilt my chin and catch my reflection, half in the room, half in the haze. The curtain moves with a careful softness, like it's listening to, like it understands. I don't need a stage, I don't need a reason, just this little sway in my shoulders and hands. There's a cafe window living in the feeling, apricot light on the other side, like somebody left a song there waiting, and I found the door at the perfect time. So I hum along low and steady, letting the melody lean and land. My thoughts go loose, then line up kindly as the beat keeps folding through my hands. I'm just drifting, still drifting, with the private radio in my head. If I hum it, I can keep it floating where the soft lines thread. I'm just drifting, still drifting, slow swing in my hands, a quiet lift by the glass. I let it linger, let the whole afternoon shift. And if the day keeps moving, I'll move with it, not chasing, not losing my place. The last like a held back smile, soft at the edge of the bass. I'm still here, still humming, still easy in the afterglow. One more breath, one more shimmer, and then I let it go. Keep it easy. Open on a line of remember speech. It drifted back to me like a paper boat. You said don't rush the day, let it reach for the edges where the small things float. I kept that phrase tucked under my breath, soft as a sleeve brushing my wrist. Now I lean by the pane and hum it to myself as the whole room rocks in a patient mist. A bicycle passes beneath amber street trees, just one clean wheel song, then it's gone. I follow the sound where the sidewalk bends and my quiet keeps moving along. Hands near my chest and near my ears, I trace the rhythm with an idle sway. Nothing to prove, nothing to hold too tight, just a thin bright thread of the afternoon play. And the hour turns slowly but it doesn't slip, it settles like a postcard in my palm. I let my breathing find the downbeat, let the loosened seconds come along calm. It's a harbor season, easy on the skin, a small weather moving through my room. I can hear the day when I let the noise thin, can hum right through the bloom. Harbor season rolling soft in the air, with the shaker ticking like a friendly rain. If the world goes by, I still stay here, rocking that remember line again. Harbor season, shoulder to the breeze, no hard edges, no need to run. I just keep time with the quiet ease, and the song stays open in the sun. Oh, let it circle. The bass comes forward like a steady footfall, then eases back when the verse turns thin. I watch the curtain make a slow white ripple, and the bicycle sound fades out and in. Maybe someone's late, maybe someone's free, maybe no one is asking me to know. I've got this little private radio, and it only plays where the soft winds go. I hum under my breath, then higher for a bar, then let the note fall where it wants to land. Rhodes in the corner with a velvet glow, a pulse like a pulse I can understand, and every small reply the guitar sends back feels like a nod from the open street. So I keep my shoulders loose, keep my feet unbound, keep the pockets steady and neat. It's a harbor season, easy on the skin, a small weather moving through my room. I can hear the day when I let the noise in, can hum right through the bloom. Harbor season rolling soft and near, with the shaker ticking like a friendly rain. If the world goes by, I still stay here, rocking that remembered line again. Harbor season, shoulder to the breeze, no hard edges, no need to run. I just keep time with the quiet ease, and the song stays open in the sun. There it goes, that bicycle, that breeze. I'm still here, I'm still in time, close to the glass, close to the line. Harbor season, stay a while, let the afternoon unspool and smile. I keep humming, and it's enough. A smile slips in from the next room, carried on a quiet thread of steam. I tilt my head and let it find me, like a small promise, learning how to breathe. The smell slips in from the next room, and the whole afternoon leans closer. There's a kettle talking softly out of sight, and the curtain keeps its pale hands over the corner. I'm by the glass with my headphones on, but the house still knows my name. 2 cups on the tray, 2 rings on the wood, like somebody's laughter leaving a trace in the grain. My shoulders drop, I don't need to decide, I just sway where the floor meets the light. The bass line walks in easy little circles, and the dust in the air looks almost right. I hum along without opening my eyes, let the melody borrow my breath. Nothing has to happen all at once, I can let the moment introduce itself. If the day was a table, it would tremble less now, all the clinking thoughts settling down. I can feel the room making space for me, 1 soft corner, 1 steady sound. 2 saucers, 2 steady hearts, resting where the talking parts slow down. 1 small rhythm under my hands, like a private station turning round. I keep it close, I keep it light, I let the edges blur but stay around. 2 saucers, 2 steady hearts, settling after friendly talk. Settle now. Let it breathe. Let it stay small. Muted guitar, a little shake of time, and I'm just here, that is all. The window keeps its silver conversation, and the room hums in a low reply. I trace the song with the fingertip in the air, like I'm measuring how the evening might arrive. There's a spoon on the tray, a tiny bright curve, and the Rhodes lays out its gentle case. Every note is a chair being eased back in, every pause a nod in a friendly place. I'll remember how the voices sounded earlier, not the words, just the comfort in their rings. Now they gone to rest in the china and steam in the easy weight of ordinary things. I hum 1 line, then I hum it again, not to hold on, just to keep in tune. The room doesn't ask for more than this, a little pulse and a patient spoon. If the day was a table, it would tremble less now, all the clinking thoughts settling down. I can feel the room making space for me, 1 soft corner, 1 steady sound. 2 saucers, 2 steady hearts, resting where the talking parts slow down. 1 small rhythm under my hands, like a private station turning round. I keep it close, I keep it light, I let the edges blur but stay around. 2 saucers, 2 steady hearts, settling after friendly talk. Settle now. And if the song goes quiet, it's only to listen, only to let the steam drift past. I'm still here, lightly swaying, with the 2nd cup and the softer half. 2 saucers, 2 steady hearts, all the little noises coming down. I hum the last note, let it rest on the sill, and the afternoon sits gently in the sound. I keep my bracelet on the sill, fingertips near the frame. Breath in the hush and let it settle into Miss ease. The room is doing its soft, patient thing again, and I lean into the sway like I was made for this. Open on an object close enough to touch. My bracelet makes a tiny ring when I turn my wrist. Headphones on, I let the outside traffic blur. A little private station humming through the glass. I catch the shape of someone crossing way below. Slow footsteps marking out a beat I almost know. Paper cup in hand, 1 shoulder angle to the breeze, moving like they've got nowhere urgent left to be. I watch them drift through blocks of light and shade, while my own little song arrives in a gentle wave. Hands lifting in my face, then settling at my chest, like I'm tuning in to keep the day from fraying. Nothing in me needs to hurry, nothing in me needs to prove, just a low sweet line of motion. Enter pocket, I can move down the hall, let it roll through me. I'm a private radio with the steady melody. Feet go by on the sidewalk, easy as a memory. And I sway till my shoulders feel free. Down the hall where the little things sing. A clip Rhodes dancer and the soft drum swing. I don't need to chase it, I just let it reach me. Down the hall where the quiet lives easy. Keep it close. Let it coast. Baseline walking like a friend at the door, and the room opens wider than it did before. Later the sidewalk crowd keeps writing its small parade. Sneakers and tote bags, a bicycle slipping past. I mirror their calm with the smile nobody owns, just me and the window and this unforced bass. The muted guitar glints, then steps back out of sight. Baba dime drops like rain on a clean tin roof. I trace the line of a passerby's slow turn and feel my breathing settle into something smooth. My hands rise once more, then fall in a lazy arc, as if I'm waving to a day that knows my name. The chorus in my chest gets fuller, not louder, a little more bright, but still made of the same. Down the hall, let it roll through me. I'm a private radio with the steady melody. Feet go by on the sidewalk, easy as a memory. And I sway till my shoulders feel free. Down the hall where the little things sing. A clip Rhodes dancer and the soft drum swing. I don't need to chase it, I just let it reach me. Down the hall where the quiet lives easy. Now the beat stays kind and the air stays clear. I can keep this feeling folded in and hold it near. Slow footsteps fade, but the groove remains. Down the hall, through the glass and the grain, and I'm still here, humming low, letting time unwind, easy as a path that knows exactly where to find me. Down the hall, down the hall. Let the curtain move in time, lest the room keep its soft reply. My headphones hum, the day leans near, and every little edge turns clear. Open by name in the room or the street, I'm posted by the window line. Feet tucked in and the city slides like a song that knows my spine. I trace the page where the corners breathe, where the margins start to sway, and the quiet in my pocket keeps a steady little play. A little object stays in orbit, a paperclip on the book's left side, catching light in the modest dark as the afternoon drifts by. I don't need a grand instruction, I just hum and let it land, while the open book turns softly under my half-raised hand. And the beat stays close, nothing to prove, just a small good pull that helps me move. My shoulders ease, my breath gets low, like the room already knows the flow. It's the paperclip spinning in a quiet way, holding down the place where my thoughts can stay. Window light skates over the page, then slips, and I follow that shine like a paperclip. Just a little mark, just a silver bend, but it keeps my wandering heart from coming apart again. Keep it near, let the measure drip, I'm fine right here with my paperclip. Shaker in the corners, bass in the skin. I close my eyes for a bar or two, and the whole small room swings through. I was thinking too much when I first sat down, letting the minutes crowd the floor. Then the groove thinned out, drums stepped back, and the hush got even more. I watched the page breathe under glassy light, watched the printed lines align, and the open book became a little stage for a voice that sounded like mine. That paperclip didn't ask for praise, it just held the day in place. A tiny hook with a patient glow and an ordinary grace. So I lift my hands to my chest, to the sides, let the motion stay. A small private radio in my ribs, tuning everything okay. It's the paperclip, spinning in a quiet way, holding down the place where my thoughts can stay. Window light skates over the page, then slips, and I follow that shine like a paperclip. Just a little mark, just a silver bend, but it keeps my wandering heart from coming apart again. Keep it near, let the measure drip. I'm fine right here with my paperclip. Let the chords fade long and low, I can still hear the soft room glow. One small clip, one steady line, in the afternoon stays kind. I hum once more, then let it go, with the book half open and the rhythm slow. Paperclip, stay where you are, a tiny guy by a passing star. I'm fine right here, no need to slip, held in the hush of my paperclip.